Yo, my name's Coach Noob. I'm a professional coach on Metafy in Valorant, and I'm starting a new series today called Clutch Like a Coach. The idea of the series is educational content, tips to help you with your own gameplay. Concepts are going to work from the top level, with my high-ranked Radiant gameplay sprinkled in. A lot of these concepts are going to hopefully help every level of player and be entertaining to watch and learn about. Each video is going to be one round of a high-ranked game, explaining all these different things you can do from round to round to help you win, right? To help you win more rounds. Winning more rounds obviously is going to help you win more games. Today, I'm really excited about this because the round we have is against one of my favorite players to watch. He's very entertaining, Zellsis, and this was a very interesting start to this game. A lot of things were going down. Zellsis, he hit a 1v4.
Oh my fuck.
Starting off the game with a home run. Then we eco them. He goes fucking nuts.
Then we get ecoed! I do all that so we can get ecoed? Are we serious?
Dude, Zellsis is hilarious. Anyways, the round after that, their harbor, not only, after ecoing them, 1v2s us. So we've gotten clutched on twice. We've gotten 1v4, then 1v2.
No way. We needed that.
Another really big reason I'm excited of showing off this round is that this round shows off that this game is not all aim. Most content creators, most top level players, will tell you just get better aim, get better aim. But at the end of the day, in my experience, aim only really gets you to immortal. And even then, a smart player, it can get a lot higher without as good of aim, right? I don't have to hit crazy nutty shots to hit top 100. I don't have to be the best player mechanically. I don't have to have yay level mechanics, right? I can be a smart player. I can learn things, and I can apply these things in each round just to get rounds the dirty way. Scrounge out rounds. Every single possible round I could win without having to hit crazy shots, I want to take that opportunity.
One enemy remaining.
Now that we've set the tone of the game, it's time to set the tone of the round. We just got 1v2'd, 1v4'd. It's an eco round. We're looking to take some risk here. We're looking to open up the round a little bit. We'll find a way to make something happen with the Stingers. Stingers OP right now. Use that gun. Buy it. Buy.
It's 2A, 3A, 3A.
The Killjoy's there. They're all there. That's all four. Killjoy's there. I needed her.
So thanks to Raccoon, we're starting out with concept number 1, the player puzzle. When I'm coaching people, very important concept, right? Identifying enemy players' positions quickly. I tell people, hey, use a checklist in your head, right? In this round, we're looking for Harbor, Reyna, Killjoy, Raze. Once we see Raze, once we see Harbor, we're checking them off in our head. We know they're A already. We see Reyna, then we see Killjoy. And now we know their whole team's there and we can rotate quickly. That's why without doing this, you're never going to know right away. If you do this checklist in your head, you're going to know instantly where is the enemy team position and you can act accordingly, right? We can try to hit the weaker side. So that's what we do. We hear 4 players. We go towards B right away. As we're running towards B, we're getting a little bit more information. We end up seeing Killjoy mid, who's fighting my Viper. I'm like, screw it. I'm going through anyways. We know there's probably only one here. Get the orb, and then at this point, we're just going to stall out, right? We're not going to be able to get the site. Because they have a Killjoy, I decide, hey, I want to push. That's why I throw the bomb to my Viper. I end up getting mollied off early, really early. That Killjoy is C9 Cupid. I think he's their coach and sub, very smart player. He knows I probably want to fight, and I can also break the molly. So it's a very smart play by him. I end up not getting the spike down, and then questionable push by this Harbor ends up giving me my ult. In that position, we were really looking to try to take a risk, right? That's why my Viper was very far up. And that's the second concept. And a lot of people have probably heard about like fighting for numbers, playing for numbers, taking risks. A lot of people understand this concept, but they really don't know how to apply it. We're just waiting for them to make a mistake. We're waiting for this Harbor to make a stupid play, and that's what he does. He gives me my ult. This leads right away, boom, into our next concept. Looking to make a decision that's hard quickly. Quick decision make. In this situation, I have a few options, right? I could pop my ult and then defend it. I could pop my ult and then run away. I could not pop my ult and just look for a fight with both players on site, the Raze and Killjoy. I know they're both there. We see the Raze kill the Viper. Killjoy just threw a molly and everything. I know she's there. And my last option being I could just run away, right? I could just not pop my ult. And I want to go into depth of like why the ult here before I actually show you guys what I do. And you guys can kind of like listen along and make your decision, along with me. Like, what would you do here in this situation? You're in a 1v2. You're looking to make a play. What would you do? First off, going into ult positioning. With ult positioning, if you don't do an ult that's far enough over, that's easily pushed, you're not going to force them to do anything, right? If I put it behind this box or somewhere like a lot safer, there's this whole open gap on the left side that they're going to be able to utilize. That's not going to put the pressure on them required for them to make a play, right? I want to force them to try to make a play here. If I'm going to use the ult, that means I have to put it very far up. Now let's talk about if we don't use the ult. If we don't use the ult, what is the enemy team thinking? Well, one, I have a Stinger, and I'm going to have to force them to a weird position. right? And how do I do that if they can just stick together and I have no pressure to take B? Zero pressure whatsoever. Because as soon as I try to take site and plant, I'm just overly exposed. So I have to actually fight them into B. Because of that, I end up getting it in a 2v1, right? And in a 1v2, you have to isolate your fights as much as possible, right? Just looking for a 2v1 for them isn't going to work. So if I go A here, not pop my ult, what's going to change? The same exact thing is going to happen, right? I'm still going to run into a 2v1 because they're going to beat me there. Well, that's why putting the ult out here is actually the right play. And we're going to look at why once we do it. We're going to look at Zellsis' POV, and we're going to look at mine.
Last player standing.
Kitchen and mid site.
So immediately, knowing earlier that if I put an ult that's safer behind the box, it's not going to put the pressure on them that I want, right? So I instantly put my ult down. And you'll watch what I do. I make a decision quickly to leave right away. I put my turret down, making the enemy team believe that I'm defending it, immediately start walking, immediately start running. My turret goes down. That's the cue to me that I was looking for, right? I was looking to know, are they pushing my ult? Because if they're pushing my ult, they're not going A, and I can beat them. And there's a few things I want to go in depth about here. One, with my communication to my team, and two, the timing of this play. We're going to look at it as a side-by-side with me and Zellsis, and just look at how much time I wasted and what I can do with that available time.
Push, come. I'll break ult, you kill him, yeah? Stuck, no?
And that's just showing off, hey, popping my ult quickly in a tough situation can lead to positive outcome. And the positive outcome here in this round is that I just wasted 10 to 12 seconds where they don't know where I'm at still, and I'm already almost planning the spike on A. So now that we talked about the timing and everything, let's talk about the post-plant plan, because you need to make your post-plant plan ahead of time, and that's what I'm communicating as I'm pathing the site, right? And I'm asking, where's the gun? Because if I get a rifle here, I'm a lot more confident in myself winning this round.
Right side towards Jen.
So I get the call from Raccoon, hey, there's a gun right side towards Jen. I immediately do that. And I'm already thinking about what is my plan for the post plant. I'm going for the spike plant. When you plant here, generally, you can get off site and play a safe post plant. However, I'm in a 1v2. If I let them set up on the spike without getting a pick, the round's going to be a lot harder on me, right? It's going to be a lot more difficult to find that opening in a kill or whatever. What I do is I try to find an off angle that's very aggressive, where the opponents have to be worried about more positions. And we're going to actually look at their POV when we're clearing this. Once we find contact, they're worried about everything. They're worried about back sight. They're worried about me maybe being Jen. They're worried about me being top sight. I could even be rafters. They have no idea where I am, and that's going to give me the element of surprise I need, right? In a 1v2, you need to find that element of surprise. So I find my aggressive off angle, top screens, and as you can see, I'm very far left. When you look at Zellsis' POV, the farther left I go, the more positions he has to worry about. And I also know that this deep angle, the farther part away, isn't as risky for me because of my understanding of pathing in the game. And as you go higher in the game, this stuff's a little bit more relevant. For you guys, I don't want you to take all that like little 200 IQ, this is the pathing that we're taking out of it. I want you to take that concept of finding the off angle, right? And understanding maybe like where you can find some of these instead of the exact positioning that your opponents have to worry about. So I find the aggressive off angle and I end up getting rewarded for it. I kill the Killjoy. And I want you guys to notice something really minute about this next sequence. Neither of us immediately make a move. And that's because we're both smart players. We both understand. He understands that I want to move at some point, but I don't want to move right away. Because if I move right away and the raise is swinging, I'm just going to die. I'm going to be falling while that happens, and I'm probably just going to get headshot. And as you can see, that fight was really close either way. Anyways, I get out scot-free. I end up backing up. And a key thing, that turret that just came in huge 45 seconds ago, another reason why Killjoy's OP, her turret comes back up, comes in huge in this situation. I immediately go put my turret down. Key thing with the turret, you need to put it down early in a post plant, because as soon as they tap, if it's not down early, it takes a while to put up, and eventually people are going to push. And this key thing, as time's going down right here, instead of me over swinging, I go for a jump peek, right? I jump peek and I play time accordingly. And in these situations, have fun messing with them. Do things that are unique. Swing at weird timings. Swing when they're about to tap the bomb. Force them to push you, right? And that's what I do. I force them to push me. And instead of me relying on my aim and the whole point of the video I relied on smart plays, right? And here again, I don't need to kill this guy to win the round. I just need to delay time, force him to push me, and the round's won. And we win the round. And Raccoon's even saying Zellsis is bad. This guy's a smart player. I'm just putting him in really tough positions. I'm making him make difficult decisions. And that is the essence of Valorant. Make people make difficult decisions, force them into hard situations, and you never know. You might win. You might win the round. You might pull one out like I did. Or you give yourself the best chance to win, because at the end of the day, you can't win everything, right? You got to give yourself the best chance to win. And that's what good players do. They keep positive. They keep a good mental. They have a good time while doing it. Thank you all so much for watching the first episode of the series. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to both my TikTok, YouTube, follow all that stuff. I'm planning on putting out a ton of really high-level content. If you guys enjoyed this, I promise you're going to enjoy the rest of my content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Peace!